Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the gun, Wilson. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Quinton Dunbar on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
The ball carrier.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
48-yard line.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Shaquille Griffin on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll throw from the gun. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be 49er football. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Raheem Mostert.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Mostert. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
Samuel bringing in the slant. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the 49.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He was taken down by K.J.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
He steps out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. It's caught, Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's tackled.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Complete to Chris.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the gun, Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
At the 33-yard line.
Now the second down throw on target. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, 49ers.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
49-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. He'll let it fly for Austin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 21-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
A gain of 12. First down, San Francisco.
This is Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of 13.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Here we go. Select 80. Check, lucky. Check 13.
Here's Mostert. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
One more time in Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now 4th and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30.
Prime time, baby.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's
I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Can I hit that? Okay. Can I hit that? Sorry, like you know. Okay. Can I hit that? Okay. Can I hit that? Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Can I hit that? Okay. Can I hit that? Sorry, like you know. Okay. Can I hit that? Okay. Can I hit that?
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the double. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis flash. If I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. When ties in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was clutter. Doing it so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember me, this is jungle. The top I was gonna get something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. Cause the institution, modern day execution. Think I need the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling wins that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through right through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling wins that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling wins that never be the same.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Shotgun now from Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And Murray throwing complete here to Drake. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made it.
Now Drake loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. On second down, it's Drake. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
Here's Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
29
and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
At the 23-yard
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And 5.
Now a draw play with Drake. And a short gain here down to the 22. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
And it's fourth down.
They're going for it. Hits Murray, eluding the pressure right. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Wilson now off the bootleg. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. We're scoreless after one.
The first quarter with no score.
Second and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Jalen Thompson on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Murray now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And here we go on 4th down with Murray. Steps away to his left. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. On 1st down, Drake takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Ball carrier. He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Drake.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Murray's pass.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
on 2nd down now. It's Carson. He's got daylight. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 59 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. It almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
For Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return, here's Edmonds. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
38-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Murray now on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Murray to air it out again. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Got his man, it's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken from about the 12.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 26-yard line.
They run again with Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
2-yard loss.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd down, Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Mike 48, Mike 48. I'm coming. Slam. Go 14. Mike. Woo-hoo. Hey, alert 48. Alert. 4 down. Don't say nothing.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon, and surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. He's got it to Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Cardinals
operating from the gun. Murray, flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing again, Murray looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it's much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watch the twist. Kill.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
That's it, baby. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Zebra. Watch out. Hey, watch that. Kill. Bang.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Check 24. Check 6 guys. That's it, baby. That's it.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
1st and 10.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals.
Arizona.
25 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
10-10. At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. he's brought down for a sack. Jordan Phillips drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
4th down.
48 month. Watch them run. They're running, man. Kill. Good guys, 4 down.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Bring out. Sam.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 17. Seahawks 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 48.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a free-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
I gotta go back to my old stick now. We're trying to two other stick. I ain't working period. Gotta get back to the other stick.
A short kick taken at the 18.
Time at the bottom of the
here as he's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Yeah, man, I've been having problems with the other stick. These two sticks are down right here. I lost 2 back-to-back, boy. I got beat bad last 2 months. Playing with the other stick.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back.
Yo.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check. Check. Fresno.
After the penalty, it's Penny. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard.
Now Wilson on first down. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Penny. A 6-yard pickup.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, 0.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards, a first down. Play action. It's Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. It's complete to Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Today's final score.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. To play better, but sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
They on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. You're the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. I heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down there in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's a lot on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man. I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheating, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we... I'm bringing it back, I'm like a down QB. I put the pain in the past, and if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a pick, told them all, you ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. Get up. I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I never bought in this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, heard she was murdered, she mixed. Ay, met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a ring. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I? Before I went live, ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Going up, a champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, 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 work the middle.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
To kick off for San Francisco.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 27, Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. On the delay, here's Carson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Plays and out. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
On the pickup, brings up second and 2.
Draw play. This is Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And it's third down.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Brings up fourth down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
Is a turnover on down.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Mike 57. Tackles. Stick. Tighten up. Check three. 21. Switch gears.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Alert 3. Under 10. 10. You go tight. You got tight right there. Tight. SOS.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he stopped immediately there.
Raheem Mostert.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10. On the Seahawks' 39-yard line.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Throwing on second and long. Wilson airing it out for Olsen.
You know, on these side,
he's got a man complete. 30,
you gotta love it, baby. Give me some more.
Past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 87 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there for the Niners. And a quite appropriate gain as well, 49 yards on the ground. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch the edge. Pick the edge. Go. Deuce.
This is Mostert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Mostert. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Ball carrier.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. To kick off for San Francisco.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen... Still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the 44-yard line, a 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete.
Garoppolo's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up
play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Tackle made.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
To number 14, DK.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. The Seahawks have David Moore back deep. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk